Hello. It's the guy. The boy is nothing. Nathan. And everything's always sunny on a fucking tube TV. This is a fucking cool ass room. Hello YouTube. Hello Robbie in like 3 days. Fuck yeah. That's pretty cool. It's like vlogging. Is that what that means?
Video blog.
Yeah. I have popcorn and I wrote on a typewriter. And I'm stealing a tiny love prep book. It's pretty cool. I really need to just I need to sit down to read one of these days soon. I kind of feel like I'm falling behind. I think Monday I should be able to do a lot of reading. So here's what I wrote on this beautiful typewriter. Here's the 2 pages. I'm getting kicked out after I read this out, so it's like, let's go. And then I'm keeping this here, but it'll be more fun. So, I am rolling like a tiger, bouncing like a river, eating grapes. Quite a few other things could, in fact, be happening at any given axiom of time. But I struggle quite harshly within locusts, like the bug, of self-defined control to determine if it is always worth being perplexed by the idea of detIL being paying attention to behind my. I want to read the fucking. I'm gonna read the text errors. Funny. So determine if it is always worth being perplexed by the idea of it all being worth paying attention to behind my Malthusian idea of degradation, fubn within all Neolithic incontinence, which are just words that are basically probably what I mean. I don't know, it's probably not less accurate than using dumb words that are used all the time. So, quite in fact, low belly. So, my day? Yeah, I suppose pretty unremarkable. Moreover, let's get into the wioykd. That might just be something interesting. On Sunday, we start with the idea that I went to the Walker Art Center with a newfound face I could have met years ago. Still have to come to terms with the idea that the last time I was on location, I would have found myself lost inside, dreaming of doing big things I refuse to start. Is that remarkably normal at the Walker? Instead of going inside the art gallery outside, the statues. I'm not ready for winter. I really don't want to deal with the cold. More than ever. I don't know. I'm not very good at starting fires either. It's kind of good that I'm like an icy bitch, but like, I'm warm-blooded, man. I would sat. It's not necessarily. Carl Jung is a young nigga. I don't like that I have to hesitate so much to say that word. Look how white I am. Fuck. I don't not see the value in doing creative effort until it feels like there is create I've. Why's there a dash? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I think that's an automatic feature. If you like hit the end of a thing, it'll like automatically put it down.
Oh, cool.
I think that's what it does. If I
I might have fucked it up. I don't know. Shelby is actually her own new entity, and blah blah. She was a witness to a lot of rambling that I was giving to a new person to learn what the new limits are. Hits in a weird way. Had to waste 2 hours of energy being on the phone with my parents on Sunday. Didn't fuck. What was even the point? Oh well. Right. Typing out LOL.
I do that too.
Thank you. Physical intimacy is the least satisfying kind, if you're to ask me. Like right now, I'm at what task synchronicity? I'm at what you might call task-oriented intimacy. Found in doing something that I consider Nathan to be famous for. At least to his own definition of pride, does he find his own interest within clacking and the dinging and the tempering. Tempering. I might try to typing, but it censored me. I don't know. Do the dash thing in the same line again, without peers.
Oh, weird.
But I'm a pair. I also am growing fond of the application of engaging in car naps. Only because I don't actually have to do that. An expiration, but within a destination and time frame, and party waiting on terrifically twin sides, and just having someone patient waiting on me, as it were. Something blah blah. Resurrect the YouTube career. Reading closer to finished on my library books. Gotta get more residency. Reading, I will admit. Residency. I will admit, it can be in fact a struggle. That is absorbing thoughts. I am glad that enough people have access to the power of perception, in many of, if not all things preternatural and pertinently normal. What would make it all interesting is actually, I gotta take a shit. Wowzer. Okay, where were we? Was to hiss at the part where it becomes careening towards the forefront of my awareness. That exposition-based explanation is in fact a redundancy based upon the recollection found within prior arrangements that said individual, for who then is our given individual of choice. Probably let us just go with the system found within American man. Reascend yet again, man that can get to be something else beyond which is still as of yet far perplexing. Should I let it bring? I ain't entirely sure if that would be something. Wearing page margins is without much of any doubt something unreasonably interesting to do, even if it in fact wasn't. Other people seem to be interested in me, my antics. I just gotta see. The more I degrade and belittle a coward, the more I'm expected to also not be. Double space, I guess. Hit enter twice. One amongst their ranks. Wow, okay, so I would in fact have myself benignly betwixt my essence within such a beautiful landscape such as these. Very things that are really rather quite very interested, fascinated, even he may have to be found being an entire entity altogether of his own right. The W. Let's read that again. The more I degrade and belittle a coward, the more I'm expected to also not be. I just like I don't think I've read it. I haven't seen it run out like that in ages. The more I degrade and belittle a coward, the more I'm expected to also not be one amongst their ranks. Wow, okay, so I would in fact have myself benignly betwixt my essence within such beautiful landscapes such as these very things that are really rather quite very interested, fascinated even. He may have to be found being an entire entity altogether of his own right. There probably should be like very interested, fascinated even at even that, yeah. Not a big deal. It's fun to like imagine the correction. Father's birthday Tuesday, a best friend's birthday on Wednesday, a band resurrection Thursday, guitar center on Wednesday, migraine and drum set revival on Friday. And on this fine Saturday of yesterday, I find myself with them this my second, if ever, if ever there truly would. I find myself within this my second, if there ever truly was one that I might allow myself to be caught within, and that in this sense becoming something not like without. In front of an audience with my own manifestations rather than 10 using a pocket dimension of empathy to portray the gifts in which they have brought me instead. I do not particularly enjoy the idea of spoiling my own wares or making them in the first place. Astoundingly, I for one would typically fundamentally and matter-of-factly decree that to outshine others would be to set that standard, and when you go off into the wilderness and tear behind irises, you would find nothing more than. And that's the end for now. I love that.
I like betwixt. That's good work.
Oh yeah, betwixt is a very, very lovely one. So yeah, next time I hear I want to add another 2 or 3 pages. That'd be really, really fun.
Add to the file.
Yeah, add to.
Alright, so we'll put it right up here in the front.
Right. Yeah. So what's your review of that? Because that was a lot of fun to type out. And
I liked, especially the second half. I feel like you got.
Yeah, the second half.
You got more. But that's the thing, like, it takes a while to kind of get, you can't just.
Right.
Boom, boom, boom.
Because I started it out writing at the pace that I rewrite a script. It's still recording.
I do that.
Yeah. No,
I figured that at least.
Yeah, because I want to do a review at the end of it, so it wasn't just, alright, so I just read something fucking crazy. Here's the end. All my personality is reading off a crazy script. Nah. Yeah, but so when I first started the page, I was typing it the pace that I like. If I'm watching an anime or TV show or anything, I don't really catch myself just looking at the TV, but boom, alright, cool set, whatever. It's nothing wrong with that. That's totally what the fucking thing's for. But I'd much rather multitask, and I like to so I'll leave the captions on the screen, and then on when I had my desktop set up a little better, I would do that. But there's no reason I couldn't do that now. It's not like I need the audio to do it, but so in the audio jack for my computer, a pair of headphones broke off in it completely, so the audio jack's completely fucking torched. And if this was actually something I wanted to do, there's nothing stopping me. I don't need the audio for how I watch it, because I fucking put the captions on. But I like to I'll look at the screen and then I'll type what's on the screen. I'll rewrite the script basically from the screen. So that's I was typing that. I was going boom. Obviously, that was all gibberish because I can't see it. That'll start you off nicely. Yeah, and then I started being well, let's just write it out one-handed, So then it got to be a lot better, and it was just your dad was wow, that's super fast. I'm yeah, I should probably slow down anyways. And then you're yeah, a lot of time when I can't always just start out writing like that, and that poem bounciness that I started the first paragraph was at. And then I'm well, this would be a really, really good week document, because it's there's not really too many. You can't really redo that level of novelty. There's a certain point of you have to prove. You have to keep repeating that for a while to get on to the next step.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of very newfound complete resolutions this week, but. Yeah, then it's how long can I show that understanding that was reached at one point actually matters? Am I trying to reset to before or continue onward? Good point. Yes. Perfect way to end it. I want to get to 1414. So hello, goodbye, welcome to the Zephyrian Hive Mind. Fuck.